Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I read that Shaykh Afandi is saying that a murid can either submit himself to the Shaykh, and if he does that, he becomes nur and he gives light to people, or he doesn't submit and he becomes a nar, a fire, and that he gives light to people through that way. And I was asking if you can open what Shaykh Afandi is saying up more.
Okay. What do you understand from that?
That murid in the end is going to give light to people. The Shaykh is going to make him to give light to people. If he submits to the Shaykh, then he himself will become light, that it'll be beneficial to him, and he can guide people that way. Or he burns through being disobedient, and in that burning, people take lesson from him, and that through taking lesson from the wrong things that he's doing, and the consequences of that he'll be a light for people to get guidance.
Yeah, exactly that. So what more do you want? Take lesson. Don't be a lesson. It's enough taking lesson from everything. Don't be a lesson. But are we taking lesson? How are you going to understand from that lesson? Don't think just because you are seeing some things, you're following a shaykh, you're seeing certain things happen, and then that's it. So many, they are like that. They're lazy. They don't want to think. They don't want to analyze. They don't want to reflect. They don't want to ask. They don't want to open. The most important things they don't want to. But when there are less important things, other people's business or business of dunya, they will open, they will investigate, they will go deep, they'll talk, da-da-da. Because if you don't take lesson, you will be a lesson. We learned so many lessons these years that has passed. So many lessons are in front of us. Are we taking those lessons? What it means to be taking those lessons too. That just for that time you're going to see, inshallah we're not going to be Amin. And then later you're going to just do as you like, say what you want, feel what you want, behave as you like. Then you're not taking lesson. Then you have to burn. And be careful. There are also those that they burn, they don't give any light. They burn only for themselves. No one can really learn anything from them too. Be careful from that. It can happen. First you have to say, if I take lesson, my actions are going to be different. If I take lesson, I'm going to use that lesson when it is necessary. When I'm being attacked, I'm going to use that. When my ego is attacking me, I'm going to use the sohbat. Don't use the sohbat to have discussions and arguments and to win that argument. And then when it comes to you just controlling your anger, 10 years of sohbat goes over your head. What's the use? But when you're sitting around discussing about the tricks and traps of anger and this and that, oh, you can talk. MashaAllah. That's what Shaykh says, to talk too much. But when that time when you're supposed to, what Shaykh is saying, put the rein on your anger, on your ego, you don't put any rein. What is those reins? What is this control? The sohbat. You put it on and you pull it back. You don't just run like that. Understand the mistake of Shaitan, not only in being disobedient, he was being stubborn. That he knows, but he pushes through. This is very wrong. You make mistakes, yes. But when you're being stubborn, that's the time you're putting the gas onto yourself. Huh? And you're going to crush more. Do you understand? You understand? Then, when you take that lesson, what do? When you learn that lesson, what do you do? Shaykh Effendi is saying, you do something wrong, you run to fix it. You crash your car, you run to fix it. It's expensive, right? You have to put money in, meaning there's still consequences to pay. You cannot say, I fixed my car, I still have to pay money? My insurance goes up? What is this? I learned my lesson. Stubbornness and stupidity. Nobody says that if they crash their car anyway. What if you are crushing yourself in the Jamaat with another one? What if you're crushing yourself against those ones that they are beloved? What if you're crushing yourself against those ones who are protected? What do you do? What is it that you have to fix? Are you fixing? Or are you still being stubborn or being stupid? What are you running to fix? What Shaykh Effendi liked? I mean, just put all of that aside. Maybe it's too much thinking because you're still very stubborn and stupid. During Shaykh Effendi's time, if Shaykh Effendi is washing us up and we do something wrong and we go back to him the next day with a sad face, with a contrite face, whatever, regretful, whatever it is, Shaykh Effendi is happy with that or no? You answer me. Shaykh Effendi is happy with that? Why not? Why not? Anybody can answer? Why not? You don't know. You know? You can just answer like that. Why not?
You're trying to,
what?
To run to fix it.
You're not fixing it. But this is another refined trick of the ego. You're not fixing it, but you want what? You want pity. I feel so bad. Are you running to fix it? Not really. Everything is just normal. Running to fix has to be something that is extra. Number one, you're not running to fix it. But even if you're running to fix it, but you are just going to be so sour, or you're so angry with yourself, let's say. You're so ashamed, you're so this and that. Yes, we all went through that, all of us did. We thought that's what we're supposed to look. But Shaykh is teaching us something new. Say, don't show me your sour faces in front of me. Because what is it that he is giving us? When we mess up, we do something. What is it that he's giving? He's punishing us? He's putting fire on us? Nothing. It's only our pride that is hurt. And so feeling like this, it feels good. And maybe you want pity from others. Maybe it feels good to punish yourself. Really, if you're honestly punishing yourself, why you have to make a show? Be normal, be happy, and then be sad, nighttime, people are sleeping. Be as miserable as possible. To your Lord, cry. In front of people, be normal. So where do we learn all these things? How to behave like that? Wrong ways. We pick up from here and there. We learn from our parents, we learn from our traditions, we learn from our friends, our society, we pick up. But not the way that our Shaykh is teaching us, that is taking from 1400 years of spiritual training. Which one is easier to do? Let's just say, which one is easier to do? To look miserable? It's very easy, because you already feel miserable, right? But to fight against that and to look normal. Which one is easy and which one is difficult? Do the difficult thing. Before the time runs out, there are patience also. But there's a certain amount. You're supposed to learn by this age. You're supposed to learn by this age. By this age, you're supposed to learn this much. Because you have to move forward. It's not only you. So many other things. Other people, your children, people that you are supposed to touch. But you decide to put yourself and your own egoistic feelings above your duty for haqq. That time punishment will be on you. Do you understand? We don't have that luxury. I don't have the luxury. You've seen me in those conditions, right, during Shaykh Affandi's time? Did you? Huh? I'll sit in front of him and sulk. Or show a different attitude. Or try to, keep my distance. I continue. If he answered me, he has every right. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I know what he's teaching us to do, and there must be something in it. So I do the more difficult thing. But if you say, no, this is more difficult for me to do it, then you got your sensors all wrong also. Then fix that. We don't have too much luxury to put our own personal feelings in this way. We are going to be let's put it another way. As Shaykh Effendi says, I'm not here to praise you. At the same time, those of you who know me, even during Shaykh Effendi, in Shaykh Effendi's time, it's not as if every day Shaykh Effendi is cursing at us. It's not as if every hour, every minute he's saying, you donkey, 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 you're good for nothing. No. Certain things are what they say pedagogical, just for teaching. So that our ego don't blow up to think that we did something. As Shaykh Maulana Shaykh Effendi says, what is it that we're doing? Nothing. We're useless. Who are we comparing ourselves to say that we're useless? Who is our role model? Holy Prophet ﷺ. Sahabe Kiram, Awliya Allah. Compared to them, we're useless. Maybe to other people, maybe they think we're using something, but it's not for us to give credit to ourselves. And any good that we do as believers, can we say we did it? Well, we become so dishonorable, we say we did it. Allah is saying any good that comes to you, it is coming from Allah. Any bad is coming from our ego. So, we need to grow up, we need to change. You don't have luxury anymore. It is not that difficult. It is not. It is not that difficult. Just put yourself aside. It's not that difficult. But when you put yourself there, you're looking at yourself and you're hurt and you're this and that, then it's very difficult. It's impossible. With one word, someone can destroy you. One word. My friend long ago said to me, let me say in today's culture, let me say that he is a bit sexist, racist, all this. But I used to know him, and he says, you know what? The most brilliant, the most intelligent, the most beautiful woman, saying, the most confident, with the most money, you can destroy them with one word. You just have to look at them and say, you look old and fat today, what happened? They will be destroyed. That's true. But I must say, in today's world also, it's true for women and it's true for men. It's become like that too. Because the men got very jealous, women become women. Now men also saying, let me become woman too. So, how brittle are we? How brittle? How easily broken are we? The idol can be easily broken, not the spirit. The spirit will be unbroken, always. You can never break the spirit. So, we don't have luxury anymore. We have to grow up quickly, we have to grow up fast, we have to, next. Because so many things we have to continue doing. What is the fight? Where is the fight? There is your own personal fight, and there is something that we have to be with in the fight of Hazrat Mahdi alayhi salam. If you're not finished with your fighting, if you're still getting knocked down like this or like that by your ego, you think to even consider us for that fight, then what are we here preparing ourselves for? So wake up. This is for you and this is for me. Fatiha. Amen. Assalamu alaikum.